with head coach Mike Budenholzer. Doris?
I asked him what their focal point would be defensively, and he said that Al Jefferson is at the top of their scouting report. With his smooth, low-post repertoire and mid-range shooting touch, he can put up points in a hurry. He said they'll try to steer him to his left hand as much as possible and just hope for the best. Kevin will see if they can force him into a tough night.
Thanks again, Doris. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
That mid-range shot has been a weapon for them up to this point.
They also haven't been afraid to take it strong to the hoop early on tonight. I like that.
Hardaway's checked in for Atlanta. Spencer Hawes is checked in for the Hornets. Jeremy Lamb comes in for Nicholas Batum. Both free throws good from Al Jefferson. Certainly the biggest surprise last year, Clark, was the play of the Atlanta Hawks. You would have picked them to win the East at the start of the season.
Well, they did it, and they earned it. The Hawks didn't have any superstars on their roster, but they won with solid team play.
Hornets trail by 5. Walker with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against Miami. It's tipped and stolen by Splitter. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Splitter's got 6.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Walker dishes to Hawes. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Boy, just an excellent assist. Nice work from Kemba Walker.
Atlanta leading by 5. Shooter kicks to Hardaway. Splitter with a screen on Hairston. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And the idea of setting a screen on that play was right, but just poor execution.
Yeah, it just can't be a hard screen at all costs. There is a legality to how you set a screen, so you've got to be inside of both lines, legal and hard.
Mike Scott's checked in for the Hawks. Justin Holiday comes in for Jeff Teague. Charlotte also making some changes. Cody Zeller's checked in for Jefferson, and it's Jeremy Lin in for Kemba Walker.
Spencer Hawes. That's his first personal foul.
Atlanta's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Outside, Scott. Hawes with the block. Here is Hairston. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Now here's Lynn. He's guarded by Schroeder. Shoots from 12. Just 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Schroeder. Pass break here. Here come the Hawks. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple.
Now here's Lynn. He's coming off a 10-point game against Miami.
And he also was a table setter in that game, Kevin. Just an amazing job with his passing. Just a joy to watch that one. You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that. Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Here's Millsap. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Yeah. The defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
That's his second personal foul.
And guys, you got to love the front court for these Atlanta Hawks. I mean, Al Horford and Paul Millsap both give up a few inches in terms of height, but you won't find a more skilled and versatile front court in the NBA.
Well, speaking of the skill of the Atlanta front court, their offense predicated on ball movement and spacing and shooting. A lot like San Antonio. Horford and Millsap, a perfect fit.
Really, those two enjoy playing together. Excellent chemistry between them because they're both mobile, agile, skilled big guys.
1:04 left in the first quarter. They set the pick. Kicks it to Hawks. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Hawks.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Holiday goes in. That pushes it to double digits. And the Hawks lead by 11.
They haven't been able to stifle them defensively here.
No, to the contrary. They haven't provided much resistance at all. And in this game, you've got to play both ends of the floor.
And Batum kicks to Lynn. 6 on the shot clock. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. The Hawks leading by 9. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Millsap kicks to Hardaway. Off target from outside. And here is Lynn. They set the pick with 4 seconds on the clock, and he knocks down the jumper. Lynn's got his second basket of the night.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Hawks ahead, leading by 7. 2K Sports back in a moment here at Phillips Arena in Atlanta. Chance now to hear from Paul Millsap talking about the confidence of his team.
You know, our attitude approaching the game has been, we can beat any team in this league. If we work together and, put everything into play, we'll be all right. And that's the kind of attitude we've been having. That's the attitude we have to keep.
Greg, it's got to be more than just attitude, right? I mean, ultimately, don't you have to have guys step up and produce in some cases or even overproduce?
You do, but really it is about attitude and confidence. I mean, those are the two elements that if you bring to the table, you really will have a chance to beat anyone. And so don't discount that attitude when you're on a roll. They call it getting your swag on today. Back in the day, it was called having your mojo working. Right. So same thing, and you can ride that for quite a way.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
It's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
Dennis Schroeder is out there with Kyle Korver. Then it's Mike Scott. Then it's Thabo Sefolosha. And it's Horford in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. The Hawks leading by 3. Now Schroeder, he's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Last season we saw Al Horford rounding back into form. Good to see that after what had been his second season-ending pectoral muscle tear back in late 2013.
Exactly. I mean, the Hawks just had to bide their time while their best player was out. You saw once he returned, though, he makes a big difference for him.
Free throw drops for Al Horford.
And for me, Horford, one of the most unappreciated stars in the league. When he's healthy, he's every bit the franchise player because he really has no weakness. He does pretty much everything well on the floor.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Splitters checked in for Scott, and it's Teagan for Dennis Schroeder.
And Horford, I mean, this guy does it all on the floor. But for me, his leadership, that's one of those real intangibles. And he's unselfish, all about his teammates and completely focused on winning. So when your best player has that commitment, it has to rub off on the other players.
And he gets it to go. And it's 6 points for Cody Zeller.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Outside Korver. Shot clock at 5. Splitter passes to Korver. There's the triple. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation.
Well, Kevin, we've got a moment now to look back to last year's Atlanta Hawks. Second in assists, second in three-point field goal percentage. And they also showed up in the top 5 in shooting percentage. This is a team that knows how to execute its offense and get good shots.
And from those assist numbers, you can see this was a very unselfish team. Their passing was really infectious and made them a tough team to defend. And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Lynn with it. Outside Batum. He feeds it to Hawes. Shot clock at 6. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Horford. And guys, Spencer Hawes signed a 4-year, $23 million contract with the Clippers prior to last season. Not sure the Clippers felt like they got their money's worth. He did improve a little bit in the playoffs. There still may be some hope for him in L.A.
Well, I'd have to agree with you, Kevin. I mean, he had some moments, but on the season shot a career low from the foul line as well as in several other areas.
And getting back to Spencer Hawes, he actually stayed pretty healthy last season. He had obviously one of the best point guards in the NBA feeding him the basketball, but for some reason, Hawes couldn't hit even 40% of his shots.
Mike Scott's checked in for Atlanta. And both free throws good by Hawes.
Well, you look at Hawes' big contract deal last season. Let's be fair about it. I mean, that happened after he posted some of his best ever career averages the year before. That's why if you're a front office type, you wish you had a crystal ball.
Splitter with a screen on Lynn to the middle. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Now the fast break. Lamb with the ball. And the dunk by Batum.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play. In the open court.
Hawks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Lynn against T. To the inside. Splitter. Hawes with the block. And they'll keep possession. Here's Lamb. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. Lynn's got 3 assists tonight. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Charlotte.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Wide open. The shot, no good. And Atlanta will come the other way. And there's the feed to T. Back to Korver. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Charlotte making some changes. Marvin Williams is checked in for Zeller. P.J. Hairston comes in for Nicholas Batum. And Walker subbed in for Jeremy Lamb. Here's Walker. Williams a screen. And Walker kicks to Williams. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
And Teague, here we go. That is good. Teague's got